Hello, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when we go live again. Please comment even after the show if you're watching this on the replay so that we know you are here. If you're here now, say hello. I can see you guys in the comments. Hello, Chantel. Hello, the demon guy. Who else is here? Hello, Angela. All right. So please consider sending us a super chat or become a member. Remember, it's my birthday, so super chat would be awesome. Anyways, we're raising money to build a training academy to teach you how to investigate all of the phenomenon within the ultra spectrum. Also, what do I got? I got something around here. I don't have it. Well, anyways, if you want some cool merch like that poster right there on the wall, and that's my new guy, Ralph. I'm going to name him Ralph. Got him today. Thank you, Priscilla. Love you. You want cool merch like that, head over to paranormalhangar.com. All proceeds go back into the mission so we can continue to heal the world. Kevin, my dad. Sorry, I called you Kevin. Hello, Dad. Thank you for joining us. So sit back, relax, because the birthday special, episode number 55, starts right now.
This is Lady Anne, owner of KPNL Radio and hostess of the Caravan Library of Lore, and I support Tessa. As an experiencer myself, I have filed my own reports with them, and the professionalism and heart they have shown my case goes above and beyond. If you have had an experience, I cannot recommend Tessa enough.
Hi, this is Ernie Hudson, Winston Zedmore from Ghostbusters. I want to let you know that Brian Stacey, he's created the Experiencer Support Association, TESA. You can check them out at www.tesacan.org. Now, they investigate paranormal, UFO, and provide support to experiencers. But you can check them out at, like I said, www.tesacan.org and see for yourself if they're really Ghostbusters. I can tell you this, they are a non-profit organization. Good luck, have fun, and keep it blessed.
Good evening. You are listening to Beyond the Tinfoil Hat, a podcast by the Experiencer Support Association. Tessa is a UFO, paranormal, and paracryptid investigation association. We investigate everything belonging to the global phenomenon linked to highly strange and unexplained experiences. We also connect experiencers with other experiencers, creating a safe, positive environment to engage and discuss this phenomenon without judgment, criticism, or retribution. From the land of the white rolling sands, on the southeasterly tip of Georgian Bay, to all of you listening around the world, as we simulcast live on KPNL Radio, we salute you. If you want to go back and listen to our previous episodes, go to youtube.com/the Experiencer Support Association. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be instantly notified when we are live, not only for these episodes, but every single element Tessa has to offer. On our website, tessacan.org, we have something for everyone. We have support for experiencers, data for independent researchers, and places to advertise for professional partners. Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, June 10th, 2021, and I, Ryan Stacey, am your host this evening. Super chat, click the $ next to your name in the comment box and choose any amount you want to donate. Ask your questions live. If you're catching this on the replay, please consider becoming a member and unlock bonus content, including behind-the-scenes bloopers and new project developments. Our guest for Season 3, Episode 19 is my Uncle Brad. It's my birthday, and for this podcast, I bribed my uncle to come onto the show to talk about his experiences. He's seen UFOs, strange objects on Mars, photos from NASA. He would like the audience to know that he is single and willing to be abducted by any alien at any time. I see him laughing in the backstage here. So let's have some fun, celebrate my birthday on a special episode. And if this goes well, since I see the family here, hello Ashley, hello Dad. I don't know why you're not coming in here. If this goes well, we'll get on Uncle Al and we'll talk about how flat the Earth may or may not be. So without further ado, we'll bring on Brad. Hello, Brad.
How's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
Not too bad, you?
Good. So first question, Brad.
What?
Why are you the way you are?
Hey!
Why are you the way that you are?
The way I am? Why? What do you mean?
Never mind. Okay, so the first question, all right, is brought to you by Tim, the Demon Guy Morrison, who's now doing the icebreaker. So he wrote a question. I haven't looked at it. I'm going to look at it now. And the first question of the night comes from Tim, the Demon Guy Morrison. So you can find him at the Demon Guy on Facebook and the Demon Guy Canada on Twitter. What the? Okay. His question is, Brad, if you could design a planet, what would your perfect planet look like?
Like Earth. Perfect planet would be like Earth.
Okay, so is Earth perfect?
Not really.
I don't think so. Let's pretend the Earth is something else. What else would it be?
Perfect Earth. I can't see any planet be perfect. Or perfect Earth.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just get into it. So, do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I believe in aliens.
Why do you believe in aliens?
Well, before I didn't. When I was young, I didn't believe in that stuff. But I'd say about 10 years old, about 9 or 10, my brother and I were playing in back the schoolyard there in Port Nickel one time. And we were playing ball, and everything got quiet, and we heard this noise, and we looked up, and all I could see was this orange bottom thing way up there, and we watched it, and then we watched it for a little while, and it took off, just like that. So that's when I started believing UFOs and aliens.
Which brother was with you? Was it?
Well, it was my brother Alan.
Uncle Al?
I hope he would have got mad at me, but yeah, he was with me at that time. But we were young then.
Yeah. So have you seen anything else?
Oh, well, I was about 19. I was living in down in Trenton. I went outside of the house, went for a smoke, and I looked up, and this great big light just turned on, like a big light bulb. And I watched it, and it just took off. That's, I believe in stuff like that.
What color was the light bulb?
It was bright, really white.
Really white?
Yeah,
any other witnesses?
No.
No?
No, just me.
Okay. Anything else happen?
No.
So you just saw the two things when you were younger?
Yeah, when I was younger, that's it. That's why I believe in stuff like that.
Okay. Have you ever seen any of the aliens, though? Any of the bodies?
No. I wish I could.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the time, a long time ago, when we were working on that family's cottage?
Yeah, and you're talking about the triangle and that?
Yeah, you forgot about that. Why didn't you mention that?
Well,
so tell that story. Tell that story. What happened then?
Well, we were driving home. We saw this great big triangle thing, Hey?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll help you out. So we were, and by the way, this is Brad's first ever podcast on a video thing.
Yeah.
So let's give it up for Brad for accepting this bribe from me because it's my birthday. So thank you. So we were working on something, some deck or something back in the day, and we were coming home on Champlain Road, right up by
Yeah, that was with yeah. Okay, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, because you're new to podcast, this is live. So don't name any specifics, okay? Can't edit this. So on the way home, above the radio tower, right, we saw this I guess diamond shaped.
It was a diamond shape.
It was like a diamond shape, black, right? It was black.
Black. Okay.
Yeah, you almost drove us into the ditch because you were so excited.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, but the thing is when we came back the next day, it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. No.
No, I still remember that. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what it was either, but it was floating in the air.
Yeah. What do you think it could be?
UFO.
Okay. What are UFOs?
Unidentified objects. You know, you can't. The Americans and that, they say they don't know what they are. So, you know, I say they're from another planet.
Yeah? Why do you say that?
Because if you ever look at Mars, they're up there.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Don't worry.
But, no, I think we're not alone. Everything, they're keeping it all from us. I believe in stuff and that. So the government just keeping it away from us so the people won't panic.
Mm-hmm. That's quite possible. So what do you think about what's happening in the news so you're talking about the disclosure, right? The government?
Yeah. Well, the government, like, they got stuff right now. The pilots are getting things on there they can't even keep up with, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't own nothing like that.
Yeah.
So if we did own something like that, imagine what we can do with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So how do you know we don't have that though? How do you because remember we're waiting for an answer, right?
Well, we're waiting for it. Yeah. Well, you think the Americans are going to say, "Well, we got this machine. That's one of ours," if they don't even know what it is?
They might have to though, with all this pressure.
Wow, that's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay. So, all right. Let's talk about. We'll come back to aliens here. What about ghosts?
Ghosts? Yeah. Well, I come with that. Yeah, I believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts because we used to live in a house down by Trenton. There used to be a Battle warehouse, and I swear that place was haunted.
Why?
Just at night sometimes I heard somebody walking up in the attic and that. I don't know. I was young back then. And then I had one time, I don't know, something was pulling on my blankets when I was young, pulling blankets off of me. So that's, yeah. Oh, I believe in ghosts. Even my mom does.
So what did that feel like when those blankets got pulled off of you?
It was like somebody pulled them off and I pulled them back up on me. Went back to sleep. So,
there's nobody there?
Nobody there, no.
Yeah.
But I was young then, but I do believe in ghosts.
Do you think it might have been an alien, not a ghost?
Nah.
No?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. So, well, hey, you mentioned Grandma. Well, she was spiritual. Was she not?
Oh, Mom, yeah. Mom believed in stuff like that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Mom used to talk about, she was out in the backyard and she see over the graveyard at night. She said she saw stuff, little round circles floating around and all that behind the graveyard. You know, we used to live behind the graveyard.
Right. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I remember that. So, hey, the Demon Guy, thank you for that super sticker. Ashley, thank you for that super sticker. Right on. Thank you. So Ashley's here. So just so you guys know, like Ashley, if you want to ask a question for Uncle Brad, Dad, if you want to ask a question, I hope you figured it out by now. Anyone else want to ask questions? Help me out here. So, well, Grandma used to read cards, did she not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She used to read a lot of cards, but she had to stop
Mm-hmm.
because too many things happened when she was reading cards.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about that?
And people started blaming her for it, so she quit. Oh, she had one friend. He used to live in down Frankfurt. He was a friend, and she said there was going to be an accident. She read the cards. She didn't want to read the cards to him. Okay, and she read the cards to him, and he said that it was going to be an accident and somebody's going to die. But anyways, it was an accident. His baby died in the car accident, and
she read the cards, and she knew that was going to happen, right?
Yeah. So it happened. My mom used to read. I've been trying all the time. Ask her, "Would you read my cards?" She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't read my cards.
Was it just you being the, you had, 9 of you, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't read the cards for her, for everybody?
Well, everybody knew Mom read cards.
I know, but
Mom wouldn't read my cards. No,
would she read somebody else's?
No, she wouldn't read it. She wouldn't read none. I don't think she read the boys' my brother's cards. Read them or anything. She wouldn't. She wouldn't even do me. Like I asked her, read my cards for me. She says no. Well, one time, she told me. She says, "You going out tonight?" I was going out, and I said to her, "I said I'm going to go out." She said, "You be careful.
Yeah.
You might get in an accident." Well, I ended up in an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. I smashed my car up.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
And she used to read not tarot cards, she read playing cards, right?
Playing cards, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah. She used to tell us some good stories, I tell you that.
Well, let's talk about it. We got an hour and a half to go, man. Let's talk about stories. We're here.
Well, nowadays she said she one time she saw this guy. Oh no, I think she was just pulling her legs or anything. But the guy was kneeling beside her bed. He had hoofs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to her. Yeah, I said, what? Yeah, she said, I guess it was, I don't know. I believe my mom.
Yeah.
But she said some weird things happened to her.
Yeah.
But, she was reading cards. She was I think she even read tea leaves.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But she said a lot of things. And like she said some things to me. Sometimes it did happen to me. She said, "Be careful, something's going to happen to you." Something did happen to me.
Like what? Like what? What
Like
did you
get in my car accident, or else I'm going to cut myself or hurt myself. I end up cutting myself or something like that.
How do you know she wasn't cursing you?
My mother's not a witch.
I'm just joking.
No. She believed in a lot of stuff.
Now, in your opinion, would you say that she was psychic with reading the cards, or how do you think that connection, based on your understanding of the phenomenon,
To me,
how do you think she made that work?
well, back then, I guess she was. Because she used to read cards to people, and she stopped reading them because things happened. So, that's when she stopped reading them.
Mm-hmm. Like that, what happened to the to the boaters, to the boat?
Yeah, well, the guy kept on bugging her to read her cards, and she read them, and she said it was going to be an accident. It was an accident, and what happened was he stopped in front of the railroad tracks, and the car slid. The train was coming, and they got out, but the baby didn't make it. So,
Strange.
I don't know. That is strange. But
Yeah.
that's why then the person comes back and blames her for it. So
Yeah. So okay. So do you think that has to do with the native side, perhaps?
probably,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're half Indian, so you know.
More than that, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys are learning a little bit about me tonight too. We can't talk half the cup without doing a little family history here. But all right. So, what about horoscopes? How do you feel about that?
Horoscopes, nah. I
Sorry,
not
Chantel,
into
thank you for that super sticker. Happy
I'm not
birthday!
into
Thank you for that. Ashley, she asks, didn't you see a sighting when I drove to work, Uncle Brad? Do you know what she's talking about?
No, I can't remember.
Can't remember. Hey, Ash, can you be more specific to help Brad out? Remember? Or maybe that's a story we shared earlier. I don't know. My dad says, I've been watching, trying to get it on my laptop. Okay, you do that. All right. And Ashley, Dad says hi. All right.
Okay. He hung up on me.
Sorry, Brad.
What happened there, bro?
I hit the exit button. And Tim, the Demon Guy, says, welcome, Stacey's family. And then Chantel said, my grandmother also read playing cards. Right on.
Yeah.
Ashley, thank you for that. Super sticker. Appreciate that. And then my dad says she had a gift. No one really knows where she acquired it. So here's the thing, Dad, since you're here, and Brad, and everybody, I had a psychic reading on a couple episodes earlier with a guy named James Tyson who was able to see some sort of apparition of some sort behind my left side. I believe we dissected that. Described a woman wearing black with these glasses and all these other things. Really interesting characteristics that sounded weird. But he said it was on Grandma's side. So I ended up finding some pictures. Remember that old picture, Brad? You might remember the old picture of all the boys before they drowned, and then Aunt Rosie, and then.
Well, I could tell you a story about that. What happened? My mother noticed, when this accident happened, there was a great big ashtray beside the coffee table. It split in half. My mom, when the ashtray cracked, it was a great big thick ashtray. No cigarettes were in it. It cracked in half. My mom looked at Dad and said, something happened. And that's when the phone rang. And that's when we found out Eugene and them all together.
Yeah. So I'll give context to that. Hairless Primate, thank you for joining in. Thank you for the happy birthday. Have a good night from the UK. Thanks for staying up this late. Appreciate it. Okay, so I guess a backstory. So a large portion of our Contois family went out on a boat ride. They were cautioned not to by Grandma because the cards, right? She read the cards that day. You and my dad almost went on that boat ride, but Grandpa said no way, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. And if that had happened, well, I wouldn't be here, right?
No, but what happened was the guy didn't have the plug in the boat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. But she was able to predict and sense that something could happen. So with the history, when I was coming back with that picture, is that James Tyson had described a woman I had never seen before, but said was on my grandmother's side. So when I did some digging and some research, and remember when I showed you that picture and asked you who this was, you said that was Aunt Rosie?
Yeah.
Right. Well, in turn, so remember Mom's mom, so Grandma's mom?
Yeah.
Elma,
yeah.
right? So the description that this guy had made looked like her. He had her pinned down to the glasses, to the brooch, to the Christian Bible, to everything that she carried around. And he indicated to me at that point that that's where the psychic ability started from, on that lineage, on that side. So it may have been passed down from Grandma's side through.
Could be.
and then I got the touch too.
Right.
So, like it's carried on to the download side of things. So let me see here. Kevin says, "Why? Well, I do know she was really handy with the broom." Yeah, yeah. Grandma had her. They had her moments, that's for sure.
Yeah, she was good with the broom, bringing over her back. Okay.
Yeah. All right. The X-Quest says, how many generations back do these experiences go back in your family? Any idea? It strikes me that there's a strong paranormal family tie. What do you think, Brad? And thank you for these questions, guys. I appreciate it. This helps.
Aunt Rosie used to say things. When I used to go to see Aunt Rosie, she used to say things about, she said she hears about a lot of things about people talk about haunted houses and you see somebody standing there, you know. I looked at it and said, well, you know, but I don't know. It runs in the family, I guess.
Yeah, more so on that side. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange.
No, I believe in ghosts and that.
Did you say goats?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay.
Ghosts.
Yeah. Do you remember that time? Do you remember that time when Priscilla and I played that trick on you, that ghost?
Yeah, I scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Okay. So there was this app, and Brad was alone in the house, and it was this app where wherever he took a picture, it would automatically input an apparition, I guess, in the background or the foreground. So we had him convinced that every time he took a picture with his flip phone that he was capturing ghosts. And it went on for a while. And then it got to the point where we left the house and then we could observe him from outside going around trying to take pictures because it turned the app off. And we ended up scaring the hell out of him. So I thought, you know, good times back in the day. All right. Well, okay. Well, let's talk. Well, shit. We're only a half hour in, Brad. We got an hour and a half.
Okay, we got lots to talk about. I got over 3,000 pictures.
Well, okay. You know what? Let's get into that. We'll break that down. So I'm going to share my screen here.
Yeah.
So Brad, let's do some context. Previously on the show, we have Kids Future says RH negative blood. That could be a question. So I have I had O negative blood, but then I had a blood transfusion when I was a kid, and then my plasma's turned to a positive. So I'm forever an O positive. But so that's kind of interesting too. I don't know about grandma. What about? Do you know your blood type, Brad?
No, I don't know about blood type. It's red.
Well, actually, it's technically blue. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do some context. Previously on the show, we had the topic of pareidolia, which is essentially the delusion of when you look at objects, you think that they are shapes of other things, and then when you tell other people what you think it is, your mind starts to see it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is what is there. There's also an audio version of that where people could hear a sound and say it sounds like this, then all of a sudden everybody hears that. It's a phenomenon that exists. However, giving the pretext or giving the circumstances that we are weeks away from possible disclosure, and it sounds like anything is possible these days, Brad has spent a lot of time looking at pictures of Mars, and he, amongst a lot of people, believe these to be objects that may be something else. So we're just going to look at these and have an off-the-cuff discussion about it, and hear Brad's point of view on that. I don't necessarily endorse, but we're going to have a good conversation for the sake of the episode here. So, all right. So, Brad, I'm just going to share the screen, which is just going to show the one that you sent me, and then later on we can bring other things up. And guys, just so you know, like, this is just a a fun podcast because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
You know, like if you guys want to talk about anything, ask any questions, throw them in here. There's no format. We're just really hanging out, saying happy birthday to this guy.
Well,
Okay.
this
So what is-
here,
What's
that
this,
looks like a ship, some kind of machinery in there, to me. That
Okay.
don't look. That's not rock or anything. That's a steel piece. That's all steel there. That's what it looks like to me. It's not rock.
Okay, so first of all, I need to understand what we're looking at here.
This here, you see this here with the little U in it and all that? Well, you can't see my finger where it's pointing, but you look at it, it's got a cutout in the hole here in the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, that looks like a part of machinery there.
Why does that look like a machine to you?
Because the way the bottom is and the way the shape is and the way it's cut out,
Mm-hmm.
hey? Yeah.
Okay.
Just the way the bottom and all that is. That looks like it's not rock or anything. That looks like steel to me, rusted old steel.
But it could be rock, but not.
No, it's not rock.
Well, how do you know? How can you be so?
How you going to know if Mother Nature made that? Mother Nature didn't make that.
But how? Unless you go to Mars, how can you be so certain? You're very confident that this.
Because I see what I can see down here. You got rock down here and that, and rock up here,
Yeah.
right? Around there, that's not rock. That is not rock around there. Underneath there, that's a part of a machinery or something. To me,
Okay.
you look at it.
My dad says they're rock.
They're not rocks.
Okay.
But I'm not going to argue with you guys.
Let's go on to the next one. What are we looking at here?
You see this long thing there? I don't know what this is.
This one?
Yeah, you see it, the long with legs on it and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You tell me. It's not. That's not a rock.
Well, it could be. It
No,
could be
it's not.
rock.
How can you get a rock shape that kind of shape? It looks like an end of a barrel or something on there. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we have to go there. You do. So I just want to let you guys know there are some interesting ones that he has here that I'm going to agree with.
And look at this one here. Look, see the V. How can Mother Nature or a rock be shaped like a V with a carving inside of it? You know, that looks like some piece of a carving or something.
Well, if it has ever rained on that planet many years ago, it could have eroded a little bit.
Not like that.
Mm-hmm. Kids Future asks, where is the training academy to be if no? So the training academy will start online. It's in development. I hope maybe by the end of the summer I'll be able to start the first course on that, and we'll actually have a commercial about the academy at the hour mark. All right. So how did you get the screen to be purple? How did you do that?
I use different colored paper to bring out what I see. To me, this looks like a body line there.
Why
Right?
does that look like a body to you?
Just the way the shape is. And then you see above here, the darkness right in that spot there looks like an eye socket. I don't know. That's what I see with my eyes.
So it's interesting.
And down here, you
Yeah.
see like a hip bone right here. It's a
Yeah.
little right there. That looks like your hip bone right there. You know
So
what I
it's-
mean?
Yeah, but sand. So Chantel makes a good point. Sand and wind could erode the rock over time. But I do see this eye shape that you see.
Yeah, and then in the back here where the head is, and that you see the I guess it's hair, dark hair there or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what I see.
Okay.
It's been there for a long time.
So, what kind of species would this be, or is this a statue? Let's assume you're.
It could be a statue. It could be a statue, or it could be some dead alien on there.
And you know what? The funny thing is, too, is we have no way to determine
We
whether or
have
not
no way, no.
because we can't go to Mars or not. Now, the interesting thing about this, there are a lot of people that believe in this possibility, and yeah, so that sees the shape. But that's what I was trying to say about that phenomenon, pareidolia, because we don't see it at first, but since Brad has mentioned it, now we all see it. But does that actually mean that that is in fact what it is? And there's no way to actually interpret that for sure unless we go to Mars, which is very convenient because we can't get there. We can't even leave right now.
Put it this way, somebody asked if I wanted to go, I'll go.
So, like, hypothetically speaking, though, there are other supporting theories to support the idea that it's possible that we as a civilization originated on the red planet and traveled, however, to here. So it's not entirely out to lunch for this to be. It's plausible that these very well could be some sort of sharks.
Well, to me too, but Mars, I don't think Mars was hit by a meteorite.
Well, science says that, and we have no way, unless we have a time machine.
If you look at Mars with that great big cave in front of it, it looks like it's been shot at. Okay,
So this one's interesting. So another thing too, I want to point out. Transpermia. That's what you want to go with, and that's
okay. This is the Chinese Mars. This is 2 days ago when the Chinese went up there with their machine, their rover. And this is the first picture I got from the new rover.
This one is interesting.
Yeah, this one is a face carving. If you look at it, it is.
Yeah, I see a nose. It looks like a nose.
It's a carving. I know what carvings look like, a stone carving. But if you go down and look at Mexican or the Eastern Island,
Eastern Island.
You can see stuff like that.
Chantel says, "Are these images from a rover?" Yes, Chantel, these are from the Mars rover.
The Mars rover, but it's the new one, the Chinese rover.
Chinese one. And then Tim, the different guy, says Easter Island ? Yes. Yeah, that's what it kind of resembles as well.
Yeah.
And I see that too, and it kind of has this Egyptian vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a lot of stuff that it looks like. Well, some of them look like aliens to me.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Is it's hard to check. It's hard to validate because we can't go to the planet. But if you accept the possibility that we originated from this planet, it would make sense for there to be leftovers somewhere on this planet. And if NASA's taking pictures and they're just showing it, and someone like you, amongst a lot of other people looking for these things.
Yeah, but you see what NASA and them do, they're pointing things out what they want to look at, but they don't see what by the rover. I see this stuff by the rover and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't look just at the stuff that they're pointing at, like this here.
Yeah, that one kind of looks like a monkey to me.
It's got two faces on it. One's on this side here. They got a great big nose and mouth, and then you got a face on the side of it.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Two nostrils.
Yeah. That's on Mars.
So do you think these are carvings, like statues?
Yeah, they're statue carvings. There's life up there. And this little, I don't know what that is. It looks like a little kitty on Mars. If you take a real good close, see?
Yeah, we used to have a cat named Mars. That kind of looks like Mars.
Yeah, but you can't see because the rover's standing there looking at the mountain. I'm looking at something else. I look for something else.
So you're zooming in on these big high-res pictures, right?
Yeah. See, right. That's on Mars.
This one here.
That's in the air.
Okay.
Okay. That the rover looking at it. That's in the air. That's a ship. There, look at that face there now.
This one right
Mother Nature cannot carve like that. I can carve that, but Mother Nature can't. But some people tell me.
Chantel asks if that's a hill. Yeah, there's a hill there, I'm sure.
Yeah, the rocks and that.
Well, this one's interesting too, because if you look at the shadows, okay, you got
a big nose, you got
and then you see it, and it looks like a face. I see a face, but and again, this is tricky. Same thing if we're doing this with the moon, right? Use on this planet and see shapes. You could look at clouds and see shapes.
There's stuff inside the craters you got to look at. It's not on top of the on top of the moon. It's inside the moon. And it's the same thing with Mars. They're inside. See, look like this here. This is where I got this picture. That's when they have the helicopter. They're trying to fly it. This, whatever that is, and that flying machine beside it are watching the little helicopter. They sat there. So, and this is a rover, and this is whatever you want to call that. That's a ship or something.
Okay.
But
hey, what's interesting about that's in the air, right?
Yeah, that's in the air behind the rover.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's do a little fact checking here. So structures on Mars. You're not the only person to be thinking like this.
Well, I got people sending me stuff too.
And then there's other people that have found some other stuff, and I wanted to share it if my computer will allow me.
Well, I go and tell you guys, we're not alone. They're here. They're living on our planet, on the ground. I wouldn't mind meeting them. I wouldn't be scared of them.
I remember seeing stuff like this.
Yeah, there's a pyramid there.
Like a pyramid, right?
But there's a big statue head behind it.
This one here, I remember. Look at that one. That kind of clearly looks like a head.
Yeah, they say it looks like Bama. But
so you've seen those ones then, eh?
I see a lot, yeah. But I got a lot of aliens too. You know, little tiny creatures, whatever you are. I got pictures of them too.
So what do they want? Yeah.
Yeah, there. You see the head behind that pyramid? Beside it?
Yeah, over here?
Yeah. Just bring that in. You can see the big head there. I think something happened up there. I think there was a war up there. No meteorite hit them.
Why do you think that? Let's talk about that.
Just the way the power, the stuff, the way it's lying around. And you see all these carvings and that on the ground. I think they're attacked by somebody.
How do you think we were created?
Wow, you guys say God created us. I don't really believe in God, but
that's okay. But how did we get here, Brad?
Hell if I know. I think we're some kind of experiment.
Okay, and conducted by who?
I say aliens.
Okay. You would be the first person to say that.
Right. But to me, I had a hard time even when I was young believing in God. So I don't think there is a God.
Okay. Tim says
if there was a God, none of this, all this shit wouldn't happen in the world.
Well, that's
well, you never know. But anyways.
Tim says we were brought here by storks. Thanks, Vice Guy.
I think storks. Okay, Jim. I'll remember that.
Tim,
yeah, okay. Nah, I think we were brought here.
Okay. Brought here by what? Aliens?
I think so.
Okay, and where do these aliens come from?
They probably came from Mars or someplace else. I don't know.
Dad says, now indeed, so he's all like teal coming here from Stargate. That pyramid is actually on Mars. That's pretty interesting. Hey, he spells just like I do. Wrong. It is interesting. So, like, there's a band, local band called Pyramids on Mars. There are pyramids. Actually, you know what? Let's look that up. And since the family's here, like, ask questions here.
Well, I got pictures on my phone.
we didn't have time to download every single one of them.
Well, I got over 3,000 some pictures of what I see on Mars.
This one's
Like,
kind of.
you see that's to me. If you take a very close zoom up there, that's a carving. That's carved. It's like a shape of a body and all that, and a face on that.
Kind of looks like an old catapult.
Yeah, carving. Like it's been carved out.
Okay, so let's. Did you know that there's pyramids in Antarctica?
There is.
Yeah. So let's talk about pyramids. Pyramids all over the place. And interesting enough, I recently learned because my Tesla symbol, angle,
Mm-hmm.
on the bottom of it, and I was trying to think pyramid. Where else would there be black pyramids?
Right.
And there's actually specifically black pyramids in Antarctica.
Well, you see that's what's going on now. We're starting to see more of this up north pole because the ice is melting more, right? So we're starting to see more stuff, and that's why the Russians are up there too. So
Everybody's
there's
up.
stuff up there. There's stuff up there that we don't know about.
I'm not quite sure if that one's Photoshop. Probably.
That's not. I can't see that being snow mountains.
That kind of looks a little obvious.
Yeah, but I believe in that stuff now. So all I have to do now is find myself a real alien.
So pyramids on the moon.
Yeah, there's stuff in the craters. If everybody look on the dark side, and you'll see. Look in the craters. Yeah.
So what do you think is significant about a pyramid?
There's pyramids on there, and there's carvings inside the craters and everything. There's even ships up there. I
So
found
you remember if you were talking about Easter Island, right?
yeah.
Did you know that they are actually full bodies?
Yeah, I found out. Yeah, they're all full bodies. I found that out. We used to watch the show. Yeah, before they thought it was just the head sticking out. Now they found the bodies.
Yeah, so I don't know how many people know that. So I just wanted to share that because we were talking about.
Yeah, but if you really look at that head on there, and you look at that other one I showed you,
Yeah. The back of these things though were interesting. Let me see if I can find a picture. They kind of had this Egyptian style.
Yeah,
On the back.
on the back. Yeah, I see that. I see what on there the design and the lines on the back and circles and all that. That's amazing. I would love to have a job like that, digging stuff up like that.
So what do you think these are here? What do you think those meant? What's the symbol of? Because like if that's on this planet and that's what we're seeing on the other planet, and if we started there and then now we're here, with plus the millions and thousands of years, however you want to go into that, what does it mean?
I think what happened was they came down to Earth because they had a war up there. They screwed up Mars. Right, Mars was almost like a sister to Earth, right? It was almost like Earth. So they probably had a great big fight up there, and they came to Earth. That's all I can see. Because there's no way a meteorite knocked out the dinosaurs, right? And it created a great big hole. But if you look at Mars itself, if you look at the way that shot on the front of Mars, it looks like it's been shot at. To me, been hit. You see a great big cut inside in front of the Mars.
Right
That's
there.
where it all started. Right there. You see how it goes right across? And then
This is
Mars, right?
right.
Yeah,
This
this
is-
is my theory. It's been hit by something, but it was no meteorite.